All right, Capricorn, hi, hello, and welcome to the Galactic Constellation Report brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess of Blosi. I'll be your oracle today. We have the Page of Swords here. This is for Capricorn Rising and North Node. Or North Node. If you know your rising sign, it is your rising. If you don't know your rising sign, then it is your North Node. We got the Page of Swords. You know, for Capricorn Rising, the sun will be rising for most of the month of September, last of August in your 9th house. That means something to do with your belief system, with your values. You're coming to the beginning, the precipice of your growth intellectually about something, some kind of ideology, I feel. And when the sun is rising in your 9th house, something about the trajectory of your belief system, your philosophy, your connection with the collective, with the creator, all those things you're working or learning or mastering, some kind of skill, some kind of intellect. Okay, yeah, you're working at mastering a type of intellect, which right now, Capricorn is lacking. You're undesirable or basic, mediocre in some kind of way. It has to do with the skill or some type of intellect body of knowledge. You're going to work, you're going to school at it. And it's very specifically about learning a skill or your intellect, your knowledge on something. So it has to do with either the status of it or the prestige of it, or even just the access, like being able to go to a fancy gym, being able to live in a fancy building, being able to work at a ritzy location, being able to be employed by a fancy employer like Apple or Google. Like, example, I'm trying to like rattle off the examples. Let's see what's going on for you, Capricorn Rising. Yeah, you gotta work at something. You gotta also work on either getting access, franchise control, initiation, credentials. You've got to somewhat qualify, and if you even need to study, work through, apply, learn, practice, something of that nature. It's going to be a lot of kind of topsy-turvy, so there's a little bit of a struggle, or it'll take a while to work things out, to even things, to align things. There kind of needs to be a yearning, a prayer, a petition. You kind of do need to access the higher ups. You might need to get a kind of mentor or somebody that can really work out the kinks. Yeah, it's something that's going to take a long time, or that it's going to require patience. And if it's something that you're really serious about, authentic about, then you should do it. If you don't know how serious you are, try not to get into it, because it's definitely going to be a ramp up, and it's going to require sustained energy. It's going to require motivation, commitment, et cetera, et cetera. It's a whole list, a whole lot. It's a whole thing. This is a whole vibe. So if you're not about it, don't be about it. You know, like don't access this if it's not something you plan to stay and build a foundation. Like, you better be about it. So another thing, because if you're chasing prestige, or you're trying to feel better, or you're trying to look good, or even you think that you can, so you're going about it in a very non-committed or kind of shallow way. This is not one of those things. You think twice, if not thrice. Moving on to Aquarius rising and or North Node. your 8th house here. You're completing a dark journey of the soul. So for most of the month of September, there should be some kind of manifestation going on, truth coming on, truth completing, culminating, cycle ending, terminating, accomplishment, deep dark truth that comes up from the subconscious, some kind of healing. And it can be about a battleground, something that's been going on towards you in secret. It also can be something from the past, something from a previous lifetime. Something gets moving, information gets exchanged, you get some kind of practical piece of information or practical access, so you learn something or you become ready. And there's some kind of hidden accomplishment or hidden maturation or hidden manifestation here. The self-worth and value here. Somebody's making a lot of moves as a single person. If there's a bright vision, somebody's making investments, planting seeds, and they're deliberating on whether or not to continue. But the thing is like, do you know how to tell and recognize when your fruits ripen? So somebody's entrapping themselves a little bit. They're becoming confused unnecessarily, and it's going to refine itself out here in this month cycle. Because there might be a battle of wills, or they might need to repel something away. We're gonna move on to Pisces here. There's one last message here for Aquarius. There is something at the threshold, but it's because there needs to be changes and pivots. There might be some ideology or harshness, hardship, because there's a drive, desire, passion, harsh ambition, soul's desire. Somebody's feeling eager to get out there and play, but there's something that needed to be seized upon, or there was some kind of war, or somebody was seizing, or there was a conflict about what somebody wanted. Somebody was feeling the need to play more, have a bigger, brighter, and better, and somebody else opposed them out of fear. They saw somebody outgrowing them, or growing away from them, or growing apart from them, or growing separate from them. And they wanted to tame them, leverage them over something of that nature. So now, Pisces. Yeah, there's some boundaries here. There's a fight. Somebody's being ruthless, cutthroat, petty, basic. They're resorting to tactics to win by any means. It's not a win-win situation. So it's toxic on one side, malevolent on the other side. And this is a prickly expansion. It's growing, but it's harsh. So for a Pisces rising, your 7th house. So this is relationships, one-on-one relationships. So if you have a partnership of any kind, There's going to be a lot of growth and turnaround inside of that. Now, there's something manifesting. So I don't want to say a secret's going to come to the surface, but something's going to speak up, rise its head in respect to one-on-one relationships that you have, Pisces. Something according to your boundaries is coming forward. You've been wanting to say something, do something, get something, or have something done because of a way that you have refined your life, some kind of way that you are. And something that's a standard boundary for yours, it's going to come to the surface and actually start moving around. Something that's not working in relationships is going to be addressed. Okay, so for Aries rising,